Time for school. Hi, and welcome back to Fountain of Youth TV. Today we're live in my kindergarten classroom, but it's a superintendent workshop day. It's professional development, so the children are not here. So I just thought that I would give you kind of a little bit of what you could do at your own place of work, your business, or if you are a teacher, to just keep your body moving and to just be active with your environment. Try not to be sedentary as much as possible because that's the aging process and we want to just jumpstart that. So after I would drop my students off at lunch, I'd come dashing back and literally dashing back because we only have a very short amount of time for lunch. But this is what I try to incorporate into my movement and eating before I pick up my students. So I would come over here. So watch this, what I would do. I'd real quickly come over and maybe do some push-ups. Okay, I do maybe 50 of them, just real quickly, and then I do some stretching. You'll see that I wear Vibrams and barefoot shoes. We prefer the Vibrams and the Feel Max. They're in Finland, a company from Finland. They're more the bare feet, the ones that really you can feel the ground. So I wear these a lot to teach in. It's exercising my feet, it's exercising my calves, my muscles everywhere, and it really just lines everything up. If you haven't thought about that, and there'll be another video coming up soon, but we love our Vibram and Feel Max shoes. And we'll do a video on, again, reviewing the shoes that are out there. So you can do some stretching, just really, because we've been sitting, if you've been sitting at your desk and so forth, you gotta stretch out those hamstrings and just really open up your glutes. And so you can do these. I do a lot of this, okay? Do a lot of lunges, all before I'm gonna eat, Do some squats, okay? You can do things like this, again, stretching out your body. Kind of hard with jeans on. It's not as good as if you're in your workout clothes. You do things like this. Again, I go down into a plie. Just things to stretch and get my body moving. Then I'm ready to eat my lunch. Before I eat my lunch, of course, working with children, I always wash my hands really thoroughly. And in my classroom, I always keep my authentic African black soap. It is amazing, non-stripping, all right from Africa. They're black and with shea butter, and it's so soothing. Doesn't strip your skin. It's got neem oil, very moisturizing, healing, very healing. And I use this in my shower as well. I wash my hair with it. And I use the vanilla ylang ylang, and we'll do another review on that. But there's so many things I want to tell you about, but I incorporate everything so much in my classroom. Always washing your hands, again, huge importance. Gotta keep your hands away from your face throughout the day. Throughout the day, and you'll find you're much healthier with that. So now I've washed my hands. So in my lunch, this is a really cool lunch bag. It's almost got like little ice cubes all sewn inside, and it folds right down and lays right flat into your refrigerator, your freezer, and it freezes up and it keeps everything cold for 8 hours. I love this bag. So I got quite a few of them. So using my glass container, this is my Simax glass. It doesn't have lead, it doesn't have cadmium and the chemicals that can leach, and it's just fabulous. So, and it's so fresh tasting. So in my lunch, you'll see that I have today, I'm eating everything very whole, and it's all about going back to how we would have eaten back in, thousands of years ago, how our jaws, how our teeth were designed. And today I have a big chunk of zucchini, and here I have a big chunk of cucumber. I have eggplant, whole tomatoes, those big fat carrots, big pieces of whole radishes. And the whole objective is to bite into things, so you're using your teeth, you're massaging your gums, your gingival tissue, and it's just an amazing sensation, but you're giving your jaw and your bones, just like your legs need to work out, you need everything, and your body needs to. And we've stopped, we're cutting everything into small pieces, and we're just sitting here chewing when we have to use that aggressive chewing. And so it's delectable. You'll find out, wow, these are sensations I haven't really had since I was a little child, pulling that vegetable out of the garden and eating it right there fresh. So this is how I eat most of my food now, is just very large, big pieces. And you really bite into them. It's amazing. So that's my lunch I'm eating. You can see I've got my freshly sprouted mung beans and my lentils, and I've got my walnuts and my Brazil nuts. So it's just packed full of nutrients. And then my dessert is my Granny Smith apple. So that's my lunch, and that gives me the necessary power to work with all my kindergartners and just really being vital with them and really sharp for the rest of the day. So give this kind of thing a try throughout your day as you're in your office. You know, anytime you can find a way to move and just incorporate wonderful whole foods, really, it's so worth it. So then I take my lunch and I go right into my flat foot squat. Now normally this would be open, I could sit out here, I could look out the window and just relish in the birds flying by. So I go right to my squat. Even my kindergartners do the flat foot squat throughout the day, and we live more on the floor here, and we find that they're more focused, that they are more ready to learn, because they're truly doing what their bodies were intended to do, to move about and not sit all day. So think about it with your family too. It's a great way to live. And I'll sit here the whole time just contemplating, thinking about the day. And it's just so peaceful. I center myself, and I think we're missing that in our hectic days. So think about incorporating so many pieces into your life, just simple times at your lunchtime, and you'll see a real difference in how you are you're ready to face the rest of the world. And it's just part of what I want to share with you, of what I do with my unique life. And thanks so much for joining us here at Fountain of Youth TV, here live at my kindergarten classroom. And remember, take charge of your health destiny. You can do it. And remember, drop a squat. Live more on the floor. Bye-bye. Take care.